On April 2nd, 2026, the universe holds up a mirror to our daily momentum. You wake up with a familiar urge to rush, to react, to push forward, and then the environment stops completely, forcing you to look at your own impulses. The macro-astrological weather today creates a highly specific friction. Your psychological instinct is to accelerate through obstacles, but the cosmic demand is to drastically slow down, assess your pacing, and align your will with a more deliberate direction. This model shows how that energy transforms. Without resistance, human energy acts as a scattered impulse, rapid, reactive, and highly volatile. When a barrier is applied, that same energy compresses into a single focused beam of intention. Every delay or detour today carries a specific purpose. This friction serves as the exact mechanism needed to trigger structural personal growth across the entire zodiac. We begin with the initiators. For the first 4 signs, today's objective is to convert raw, scattered momentum into intensely directed focus. In the workplace, Aries faces immediate triggers to their impatience. To succeed, they must channel that fiery urgency into clarifying priorities and setting realistic timelines, modeling collaborative leadership instead of forcefully pushing colleagues. Internally, sparks will fly for Aries in romance. Easing these tensions requires them to speak with heartfelt vulnerability, abandoning the desire to win. Taurus will encounter a heavily demanding professional atmosphere. Their mandate is to act as the reliable anchor in the room, gently asserting boundaries around their time to prioritize high-quality consistency over rushing. In relationships, Taurus needs to break out of routine by initiating grounded, practical conversations about shared resources, long-term plans, and personal values. Gemini arrives with intense, scattered mental electricity. To prevent chaos at work, they have to filter communication into highly structured time blocks. That same quickness can cause intellectual misunderstandings in love. Gemini's internal task is to explicitly clarify their real romantic intentions, reassuring their partner. Cancer is highly attuned to the emotional undercurrents of their environment. To survive the workday, they must enforce strict boundaries, actively redistributing responsibilities so they do not absorb the unspoken stress of coworkers. At home, Cancer's longing for safety triggers deep nostalgia. By actively letting go of self-blame, they can update their internal narrative and heal. For these 4 signs, surviving the day's acceleration relies entirely on constructing rigid internal boundaries to manage external pressures. The builders balance analytical control with relational harmony. Leo leads with humility and playful vulnerability. Virgo pairs precision with compassion, silencing their inner critic. Libra mediates through clear delegation instead of absorbing emotional loads. Scorpio succeeds by trading possessive control for mutual vulnerability. By lowering their defenses and prioritizing empathy over exactness, the builders achieve external stability by actively dismantling their own internal need for control. Finally, the visionaries. Their core challenge today is taking expansive, future-oriented concepts and anchoring them firmly to the ground through immediate practical steps. Sagittarius feels deeply restless with narrow routines. They must physically ground their enthusiastic energy by volunteering for cross-departmental collaborations requiring big-picture planning. Emotionally, Sagittarius hungers for freedom, but they fulfill that need by establishing clear boundaries and seeking shared authenticity and romance. Capricorn's focus turns toward the long game. They're tasked with modeling sustainable ambition, handling critical deadlines, while quietly reassessing their relationship with authority and standard definitions of success. Beneath Capricorn's stoic exterior is a deep need for loyalty. They secure this through measured vulnerability, sharing a small part of the emotional burden they normally carry alone. Aquarius is tuned to progressive change. Their objective is to champion community-focused innovation, building bridges between unusual teams while maintaining deep respect for existing structural frameworks. In relationships, Aquarius seeks partners who match their high intellectual rapport, balancing that mental closeness with a strict requirement for spatial autonomy. Pisces experiences amplified spiritual awareness. To avoid absorbing the chaotic feelings of others, their strict mandate is to seek out quiet spaces and enforce protective energetic boundaries. Professionally, Pisces must translate their dreamy, intuitive concepts into concrete, measurable career milestones, seeking absolute clarity in their daily instructions. By focusing on details over dreams, the visionaries capitalize on the day's alignment. They must sacrifice vague idealism for strict, localized application. Across all 12 signs, the cosmic alignment of April 2nd delivers a clear directive. Intentionality acts as the essential antidote to reactionary living. Pausing to process these cosmic shifts constitutes an active reclamation of personal agency against the friction of daily life. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share this video.